Okay, so my name's Erica. I went through a bunch of life transitions that actually led me to do healing work with Alicia and led me to find theta healing. I broke my foot. It was a very painful healing journey. I couldn't walk for months. I had a breakup. My dog died. I bought a house. Like everything, I changed careers. Like it seemed like everything changed. And in that process, I was able to heal with theta healing. It was so transformational. I learned how to do it for myself, and I use it every day in my life.
Mhm.
And that's kind of why I decided I wanted to bring it to the world and have my own practice
Mhm.
to help others through life transitions and things that they're going through, and so other people can
Yes.
heal. Uh,
Yeah. Okay, so can you explain in your words what theta healing is?
yes. Okay. So theta healing is like a whole mind, body, spirit modality. So it uses the theta brainwave state to a roadmap that connects with the creator of all that is. And in that connection, it's like a prayer asking the creator to heal whatever the client is asking to heal, and the practitioner will witness the healing for the client. And as they're witnessing it, it brings it into reality for the client. So it's very powerful. Things change very rapidly. Like I've changed my whole life with it. Um, it's amazing. Like there's
Yeah.
you change limiting beliefs, you reprogram your mind, you really can change so many things with the technique. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. And I like to word it in a way that people can understand that it's kind of like prayer mixed with hypnosis, I
Yeah.
guess, because you're getting into a theta brainwave state, so really slow brainwave state where you can reprogram your subconscious mind. This is the state you're in for the first 7 years of your life. That's where you get the most programming because you're in such a slow brainwave state. Um, but you are connecting with creator energy. So you can call that whatever you want to call it, even if you're not spiritual, if you're not religious. You know, you could call it God, source energy, creation energy, wherever you believe everything is created from. That's the energy we're connecting with. So it's kind of like prayer mixed with hypnosis, but a lot of people pray and don't see the same results as you get with theta healing. And there's multiple reasons for this. When you're working with a theta healing practitioner, like Erica said, we witness the healing. And that's so important for anyone that knows anything about quantum physics. Nothing really collapses into a reality until it's witnessed. It has conscious observation. So the healing has to physically be witnessed by someone when we ask for it, and it's an instant healing that happens right there in the session. It's not like we're going to give you some tools and then later you're going to do them and then you're going to heal. No, the healing happens as soon as we ask for it and we witness it, and then we move on to the next thing in the session. And another reason that people are praying and not seeing like the same type of healings is entities can sometimes come in and actually pretend to be God, or people are connecting with the fifth plane and not the seventh plane of existence. So maybe we should talk about the planes of existence so people know what we're talking about. The fifth plane is still a very powerful place to connect to, but the seventh plane is where we do the healing work with theta healing and why it's so powerful. And a lot of people, when they're praying, they're only connecting with the fifth plane, and hence why they're not receiving their prayers. And also because if you have limiting beliefs, your beliefs are creating your reality. So we might have to do belief work before you can just ask for this thing from the creator. So maybe you could share a little bit about the seven planes.
Yeah. So that's the beauty of theta healing, is that you're working with a practitioner that has trained to go to the seventh plane of existence, and the client doesn't have to worry about, are they in the theta brainwave state? Are they going to the seventh plane?
Yeah.
Because someone is doing it for them as the practitioner. I'll bring that person into the theta brainwave state and into the seventh plane with me so that I can work with the creator to witness the healing. So I can tell when I'm speaking with the creator and when I'm not. That's part of how the training works, is knowing the difference between each plane of existence and knowing when you're talking to, like, we call it like the little g God and the creator of all that is God, the big G God.
Yeah.
Because the fifth plane is kind of a different, that's, where all the ascended masters are. Like they're all same as when you get to the seventh plane, you can feel that you're in the creation energy. You can feel that there's a pure love, and you're able to access any information that you want. And that's the power of it, is that for the client, I can bring in the creator's definition of things. That there's confusion, like you might only know what love is on this plane of existence. You might not understand the creator's definition of love or marriage or all kinds of things. So that's the cool thing about working with the creator and getting those definitions
Yeah.
directly from the creator.
I'm glad that you mentioned that the client doesn't need to know how to get into a theta brainwave state, because that is something that I did not like about hypnosis when I tried it back when I had severe depression and I was trying everything to heal. They couldn't get me in a slow enough brainwave state. Number one, I didn't feel like anything was happening. And then once they think they got me into this slower brainwave state, then they would ask me, oh, where do you think this started? And it's like, if I'm not truly in my subconscious mind, I cannot answer that question. So what I love about working with a theta healer is I don't need to know how to get into a theta brainwave state. And I don't even need to know the answers to those questions. The creator knows the answers to those questions. So I don't have to remember what happened in my childhood, or like before I found theta healing, like that's the kind of stuff I used to do. I would like message my nanny and be like, what happened in my childhood? Like, why am I like this? Because I thought that I had to remember in order to heal it. And with theta healing, you don't have to remember because the creator knows everything. But yeah, do you think we could talk a little bit about the seven planes of existence a little bit, so people kind of know when we're talking about the seventh plane, like what is it? Like I consider it like where everything else is created from, all the other planes. I know you can speak to it better than me.
Exactly. Yeah, so basically, like for me, I live my life in the seventh plane, but I'm in this plane, right? So um, it's always accessible. You just have to know how to access it. And that could be something we work through, is I could teach everyone the roadmap so that people can learn how to get there on their own and be able to talk to the creator. So it's really powerful. Each plane has different aspects to it, and once you kind of learn what each plane is, it's a lot of information to talk
Yeah.
about today, but
Maybe just
but
essentially like human beings are like on the third plane, the laws are on the sixth plane. Like, yeah.
yeah. So there's different information on different planes, and so once you kind of understand that, you'll notice as you're moving up through the roadmap that we can teach you, that you can access different things on different planes. So, like for an example, if you've ever like had an experience with shamanism, that works very much on the fourth plane. So that there's different rules that happen on the fourth plane. You like for a healing, you have to exchange something to get something.
Yeah.
So there's just that's the beauty of the seventh plane, is that the creator can work through all the other planes and do the exchange for you. So whatever, if you need a healing, going to the sixth plane where the laws are, the creator will do all the exchange for you and make that happen for you. So the creator is the creation energy. It has access to everything. And that's the power of it, is that a lot of like hypnosis you might not be in the seventh plane. You might be in the theta brainwave state, but you're not going up all the way to the to the seventh plane.
Yeah, that's a
So
good distinction to make. Just because you're in a theta brainwave state doesn't necessarily mean you're in the seventh plane and connecting with creation energy, right? Right. Yeah. Like that. So that's still something you could do to reprogram your subconscious mind. It can still be very powerful. But the reason theta healing is like the most powerful form of healing I found is because you're connecting with creation energy, whatever you want to call it. Like I used to have so much resistance to anything related to God or anything super religious or spiritual. So I can totally understand that anyone that's listening to this conversation right now who's like not religious or spiritual at all is like, what the hell are you talking about? And that was me. But thing is, I can't deny that this is still the most powerful form of healing that I've found, that I'm just putting my resistance to the side about anything God forward or God related. And I don't even use the word God actually when I'm doing theta healing. When you work with a practitioner, they'll usually ask you what word do you want to use? Creator, source, God. You really don't have to believe in it to see the healings from it, right, Erica?
exactly. Exactly. So kind of the way I think about creation energy is, there's certain things that you might see in the world that you can't really explain.
Mm-hmm.
Like you watch a woman create a baby, you're seeing their baby bump grow. You don't see the creation energy happen within her, you know what I mean? So it very much is, yeah, there is a little bit of trust, like you're working with creation energy, but we know it's real, right? So like we've
Mm-hmm.
we've seen miracles happen. Like having a child is a miracle, being able to grow and birth a human.
Yeah.
So I kind of look at it as that way. Like it is very, like you see it happen in the third plane all the
Mm-hmm.
time. Um,
Yeah.
so so that's the power of the seventh plane, is that you when you go up to the seventh plane, you can access all the other planes.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can go down to, the first, second plane. It's a lot to talk about here, but I can access that information. We can go and talk to whoever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and and you do it through the seventh plane. That way you're actually getting the information that's accurate. You're not like afraid to talk to something that's not the right God or Jesus
Yeah.
or whatnot, you know what I mean? So everything that comes through the seventh plane is going to be accurate. So that's
Yeah.
what I think about that.
Yeah. And so anyone that like works with like angels or things like that, like it's next level powerful if you do it with theta healing and you go up to the seventh plane first and then ask the seventh plane to bring in the angels, so that then there's no one coming in pretending to be an angel or something like that, or pretending to be God, or pretending to be your ancestor trying to talk to you, and there's just an entity or something like that. And yeah, something to note that I wanted to share with everyone is like how it got created by Vienna. Like Vienna
Mm-hmm.
Stible's created this, and it was because she had cancer in her leg,
Yeah.
and she healed it. And people were like, "How did you do that?" And she's like, "I just asked God." And people are like, "Well, we pray to God all the time, and like we don't see the same results." And so then she got this like download, which is what she calls the roadmap, on how people can do the same thing, how you can connect with creation energy, make sure you're talking to God or the creator, and ask for these healings. But let's maybe talk a little bit about belief work, because some people weren't seeing instant healing results like she was because they had to do belief work first, right?
Belief work is so important because, we might ask for healing, but if you believe it's not possible, then your system isn't going to allow that healing to come through. So, that belief work is so powerful. So if you have resentments, regrets, um, things that are blocking your energy from changing, like you have we all have like ideas and beliefs from passed down from our family members. Your mom might believe something, your dad might believe something. If we go in and ask the creator what beliefs are keeping you there, and we're digging through your beliefs, we can remove those beliefs. We call it the bottom belief. And the bottom belief holds a bunch of beliefs. Then we can help you shift and heal those things. So, you might ask for healing, but sometimes you really need to have like a one-on-one and dig through a belief and change it. And so once we pull the belief that's holding something in place, we'll ask the creator will download what you need to replace that belief and to help you move forward. So it's really powerful, like just reprogramming your whole system to show what you need to create what you're trying to create and how you're trying to move forward. So it's massively powerful, things that might have been stuck there from, events in your childhood, like I'll just say for myself, like I had one event in my childhood and going through each belief and changing different things and how it created my whole life. I've totally shifted my life because I've taken all those bottom beliefs and changed them and added new things that I needed to know about just living here on this earth and reprogramming myself so that I can move forward in my life, that I can know it's possible to have the life I'm trying to create for myself. So it's very powerful. I do it daily. I notice my beliefs all the time, and I actually did it before I learned theta healing. You can notice how you're believing, like is what you're believing true or not, even just on that level, and ask yourself if you need to believe these things. So belief work is very powerful.
Yeah, and there's two things I love about it. One is that you're getting to the bottom belief. So you're not going to like waste time clearing beliefs that aren't really going to move the needle. You ask the creator, like, where did it start? What's the bottom belief that we need to pull? And then you don't have to pull all these other ones too. So it's so fast. And then what you were saying about how we download new beliefs or new programs, like that's so important because you do need an operating system. So if we're just pulling beliefs and we're not giving you any new ones, then how do you have a program to live the rest of your life on? Like it is something that's needed, and a lot of other modalities completely miss that. Like they're maybe just doing the second part. They're just doing affirmations, just trying to bring in some sort of positive new belief or program, but they're not pulling any beliefs. And also, if you don't know the definition of what you're downloading, you can say all day long, oh, I'm deserving of love, or like, I'm trying to manifest this or that. But like, what if your subconscious mind has a completely different idea of what love is because of the way you grew up and you think love is something that's like fucked up, and then you're asking for this thing. So that's why I love theta healing so much.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. And part of the process can also be muscle testing. So especially even if you're doing something on your own and you want to know if you believe it, you can try muscle testing. Or like maybe there's something in your subconscious that believes it and you don't even realize it. So you'll be surprised. Like I've cleared like thousands of beliefs just doing muscle testing and figuring out like, oh, I actually do have that belief, and then being able to dig and pull it out
Yeah.
and replace it. Yeah,
Yeah.
life
Now,
changing.
this is something that people can do on their own too. Like, obviously, if they work with a super intuitive practitioner like you, it'll be much faster. But it is possible for people to do this on their own. And if they read the Theta Healing book by Vienna Steibel, they can learn the basics. They can learn the roadmap to connect with the seventh plane. Oh, you've got it. Nice. And you can learn to muscle test to figure out what beliefs you're carrying, and then you can learn how to pull them and replace them and all that kind of stuff. You can learn to do it on your own as well. I wanted to talk about the things that we've seen heal from theta healing, or us personally, or we know that this is healed using theta healing, so people can get an idea of how powerful it is and the type of things that you can heal that you think that like no way, like a broken bone, or like things that you're like, how is that even possible? So maybe you can share first, and then I can share some things that I've seen personally heal with it.
Definitely. Yeah, I've seen family relationships dynamics totally shift and heal.
Mhm.
like relationships with parents, children, um, like random things like bunions. That was really cool to see. I've seen people manifest and create new careers, which
Mhm.
is amazing. Shifting, doing some belief work and doing some manifesting sessions is also part of theta healing.
Mhm.
Uh, Definitely like digestive issues, pain issues. You know, it's a very wide variety. That's the cool thing about theta healing is anything that comes up, emotional, physical, spiritual, you can work with the creator and theta healing to heal it.
Yeah, so you can actually ask the creator for anything that doesn't go against your divine timing or go against someone's free will. Everything else you can ask for, even if you think that's not even possible. So, like I said, broken bones, like things that you're like, I can't just heal that by asking the creator. I need to do something physical to fix that. Not true. And I personally had this thing with my eyes where I couldn't see in the left side of both of my eyes. It was like completely dark. This happened back in May, and doctors were telling me I'm going to have to live with it forever. Like you're just going to get used to it. It's like how when you can't see your nose anymore, they're saying that's what eye floaters are like. You're just eventually just going to get used to it. And I just like knew that wasn't true for me. And I had one theta healing session, just one, and then I could see again. Like literally it was black. If I posted a picture of myself, couldn't even see myself. And then one theta healing session, and then I could see again. And like just like so much as possible. Like I've my relationships have changed like so much, and like I was in like so much fear. I know you helped me with something that I was in a ton of fear about, and I literally wasn't in fear about it anymore. And you know what it is, and you know how scary it is. And even before the problem is resolved, I'm not feeling fear. Like that's massive what you can heal. And um, yeah, it was created to heal cancer. So that will just tell you right then and there the power of what is possible with it.
Yeah, it's like limitless what you can work with. It's amazing. Oh, exactly. And you said it like obviously you can't go against your divine timing, but that is something that you could also look at with theta healing is your divine timing.
Yes, you can speed it up. And like I've noticed when I have theta healing sessions, like the creator will tell me when I just healed something that sped up my divine timing. So
Yep.
that's really cool to see that you can, even if something that's meant for you and it's going to happen, there's still things you can do to get it to happen faster. And theta healing is just so powerful for manifestation because if you're clearing the beliefs in the way and you're asking the creator for it, you will get it as long as it doesn't go against someone's free will and it doesn't go against your divine timing. Like it's not going to mess that up. You can ask for anything.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you wanted to share about theta healing?
I think we covered a lot, Alicia.
I know. I just want people to know like how powerful it is because, like mind body medicine has like always been my thing, as you know.
Yep.
And once I found theta healing, I just like couldn't deny that this is in a lot of ways like a lot faster. I still find both so important because
Yeah.
like mind body medicine is kind of like you shift the energy or the emotion, and so then you
Hmm.
no longer have the thoughts that go along with that emotion. So if I'm carrying shame and then I dissolve some shame, I'm not going to have as much like judgmental thoughts about myself and like other people. But theta healing is more like you get to that bottom belief on why are you even carrying shame in the first place? Why did you take it on? Why do you think it's helping you? And you go to the bottom belief and you pull that, and then once you pull the bottom belief, now you don't feel shame anymore. So they're kind of like the same but opposite. And I still find that having the foundation of mind body medicine helps me on a day-to-day basis because it's changed the way I see life. It's changed the way I see illness and the way that things are happening for me and not to me. And it helps me see people as like a reflection trying to show me something rather than feeling like a victim. Like it's still like so powerful, and why I like to like combine both of them together. which is what we're going to be doing in my Embody Abundance program. So Erica is going to be in week 4. So like the first week we're going to be talking about health, the second week is wealth, and then the third week is relationships, and then the fourth week Erica is going to be our guest of honor doing theta healings for everyone, which I'm so excited, so people can actually experience what it's like, and that it is an instant healing that happens right then and there. It's not just going to be like tools that we give you and then you go do them on your own. Like, you'll receive the healings right there in the session with Erica. So I'm really excited for that. And if anyone wants to learn more about that program, the link is in my bio, or you could DM me or Erica and we could send you the link for that.
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
I know. I am too. Okay, so how can people find you?
So you can find me at my website, purepotentialenergetics.com. Also, that's the same name as my Instagram. You can also find me just at Erica_Long, like I'm on right now. And I think if you want to book a session, or hopefully you'll join the program and I'll get some work together on week 4. Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for having me, Alicia.
You're so welcome. Thank you for coming on. I really wanted people to learn more about this and like get to know you and who's going to be a part of the program. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, have a good day, and thanks everyone for being here.
Bye.
Bye everyone.